All right, what's up, Kangal family? I'm Ron, and we got my buddy Ash here, who's a 2.5-year-old half Kangal, half Boss Shepherd. So he's not full Kangal. FYI, I get that a lot. A lot of people give me shit about saying just Kangal, but you know, I don't care. Anyways, we're gonna go for a walk. We're gonna catch up, guys. We're gonna get to know each other again. For those who have not seen any recent videos and are just joining us, we're going to talk all about Kangal development. We're going to be talking about growth, what to do, what we're doing now that he's 2.5, what we've learned. So come along for the ride, guys, and let's get going. Okay, well, like I was saying, Ash, 2.5 years old, and boy, is 2.5 is certainly the turning point for a lot of things. I was recently asked, am I going to take videos at a dog park? No, that is definitely done. 100% done. Dog parks are gone. And I'm going to explain to you why. Ash is super same-sex aggressive. And quite frankly, on a leash, if there's a dog, it's a female that looks like it might be aggressive towards me, he could probably be aggressive towards it. So I know for sure he's same-sex aggressive. So that's the main reason why I wouldn't take him to a dog park. When he was 1, it was fine, no big deal. But 1.5, 18 months was the point when everything really began to change. And now he's 2.5. I mean, I don't want him to kill a dog just to go to a dog park, and quite frankly, he could. His power is through the roof. And he doesn't tolerate any shit. No shit allowed with this guy. So yeah, it's dog parks are totally gone. Totally off the table. And it's just for, you know, for his protection. Because I don't want anything to happen to him just by hurting a dog. And it's obviously for everyone else's well-being too. And quite frankly, it served its purpose when he was younger to social... Ash! To socialize him, but now that he's older, it's, you know, it's just not going to happen. So it's going to be a little bit windy here, guys, just because it's going to be an opening here, but let's get across this opening. Apologize in advance. Stay here, buddy. It's all good. Let's go. Come on. It's okay, bud. Well, that was pretty interesting. He's getting a lot better with strangers. There was a point in time when he was 11 months, he was assaulted and he lost a tremendous amount of trust in specifically males. So that's a pretty good sign. Hey, buddy. Yeah. I was using an e-collar for quite a while. Quite a while is probably not the right choice of words. Probably for a couple months. I lost the actual collar part by accident. But the good news is a lot of what he learned with the collar still works. With him, trust is a really big thing. I mean, like I just said a second ago, he was hurt by somebody. He had a lot of things that happened in a very short amount of time that really put trust at the forefront. So he will come back. With walks, I don't abuse it. I just kind of let him do his thing. I don't touch him. I don't do anything that's, you know, just kind of puts him out of the, you know, makes him suspect me of like trying to grab him. I just kind of let him do his thing. And I think he really respects that about me. And that's really what's built our trust together, is I let him do his thing. When it's time to come to me, he will. So yeah, dog parks are gone. Not happening. He wants to kill coyotes. There's no question about it. We have coyotes that come within a very short distance from our house. He wants them bad. When they howl to like join their pack, to get their call their pack in, he'll howl like a wolf. And I think that's to kind of let them know that he's the dominant canine. Oh, here's a behavior he'll do too now a lot, is he'll lick other dogs' pee. I guess he must taste what, you know, their health or whatever. Gets a lot of information from that, but he does that all the time now. Not just smelling. Yeah, he's fit. He's real strong. Real strong. He's quite large. Real big. I mean, everyone asks the weight. Quite frankly, I haven't put him on a scale in like a year and a half, so I have no idea. He's super heavy, so I wouldn't be wrong if I said he's easily 140 pounds. He's 34 inches at his shoulder. Now, I've tried a couple different measuring techniques because it's really kind of difficult to really know the standard shoulder measurement technique. I mean, yeah, I could put a stick and measure beside it. There is also measuring it from the, I mean, I'd have to show you, but all the measures now come up at 34 or 34 and a half. So it just all depends on like if he's holding still, if he's standing straight. But for the most part, I've measured him from time to time, and he has kind of seemed to level off at 34 and a half. I thought at one point it was 35, but like I said, how he stands changes things, so we'll say 34 just for convenience sake. So he's a very tall dog, very fit. For diet, we've still been keeping him on raw, but we start to add a little bit of freeze-dried kibble, like freeze-dried meat, like a really high-quality kibble, just to complement, like, you know, obviously prices of stuff is getting crazy now, so we're just trying to compensate a little bit of his calories with still something that's not going to be toxic. Hey, bud. So if you guys do have or planning, I should say, planning on getting one or just got one, and you're doing raw and you want to introduce something else, or you're having on kibble and you want to introduce raw, you can't just jump the gun and start doing it. It could give them pancreatitis, and potentially be, you know, lethal, obviously, because of that. So you want to do super small incremental changes to their diet just to allow them to adjust. And speaking of diet, I recently acquired a beaver tail, like an actual beaver tail that I'm using for making leather. So I had to skin out the tail and the fat and stuff like that, and he was with me when I did it. And I gave him some of the tail fat. And now I actually got a taste for beaver. He really loves the taste. I don't blame him. I guess wolves go crazy over beavers here in Canada, so it must have sparked something in him, but he loved the taste. I mean, he went nuts. And anytime I pulled out the tail when I'm still tanning it, he is drooling right there waiting for something. So I awakened the monster with the beaver. So 2.5, he's great. Ash is awesome. I'm having a lot of fun with him. Very protective dog. And quite frankly, like I said, he's huge. I've seen him next to some, what I thought were very large German Shepherds, and they're small. Quite frankly, there really isn't many dogs that seem big now. If you have one of these guys, you kind of can understand that normal dogs, or dogs that would seem large, are just kind of regular now. And I mean, he's just, like I said, I can't bring him to a dog park because I've seen him just prior to stopping. I think I've described some of the altercations he's had, and they're just so fast at what they do. I mean, because they're bred for it, or born for it. They're a land-raised dog, so they're not even bred, technically. They're evolved. evolved to win, because otherwise they wouldn't have made it this far. Yeah, buddy. You're a good boy. Wait a minute, come here. Come here for a second. Just come here for hey. Now, I said I wasn't going to abuse it, but Ash, come here for a sec. Come here, all the way. Good boy. You're a good boy. All the way means all the way. Good. Nope. Hey. Well, he just doesn't want me to touch him, and I won't. I won't abuse it. He came. Like I said, he doesn't want to really be touched, or I don't know if anyone who does have these dogs, maybe yours is different, but he's not lovey-dovey whatsoever. He just tolerates us kind of giving him love from time to time, and there is times when he's okay with it. I would say 95% of the time he doesn't want to be touched. He's dead serious. He's just working, essentially. Whether it's in the yard or wherever he is, whatever he's doing. Like right now, he goes far because he's patrolling. He's one of the dogs that in a flock he'd be a kilometer, a half mile ahead, looking for anything that could be a problem. So he's just that type of a dog. He doesn't want to be messed with. He's laser beam focused. And if anything moved, I think he would just chase and hunt it. Yeah, they're really great dogs. I know they're becoming popular with just the amount of volume of videos I'm seeing. And I'm seeing a lot of videos that aren't even by people who own them. They're just kind of those fanboy email or videos that are kind of have those AI scripts and stuff. And you know, I can understand from a business making money on YouTube, but if you're trying to pump out information using ChatGPT about what the breed is, it's kind of bullshit. There's some great people out there who have dogs for real. I'm going to give a shout out to Mike the Kangal Whisperer as one of them. There's there's some other ones out there, but I found when I was on the verge of getting Ash, it was Mike whose videos really helped me understand kind of like the dog behavior, and it just really gave me reassurance, which I hope, you know, the collection of videos we've made help people to understand them a bit more. Not every dog's going to be like Ash. Not every dog's going to be like Mike's. Girls are different than boys. They're different in pairs. They're all unique. But there's traits of the dogs that, I mean, you can't get one of these dogs if you're not taking them out for walks regularly, for runs. They need to run. If you're not prepared for them to be potentially super aggressive towards another dog, and if you don't have the strength to handle one of these guys, if you do go for just walks on a leash, don't get one. These dogs are dead, like, they're serious dogs. They're not going to tolerate another dog near your place. So if you're concerned about that kind of a thing, they're not for you. You know, like right now, I gotta make sure that no one's coming behind me with a dog. Even though we're in a spot where I made sure before we went, but I don't know what he's gonna do. And I'm not someone who's ever gonna just sit back and do nothing and just film it. But like I said in the beginning, you know, I don't want to see people's animals get hurt. But he's a protected dog. He's very protective. Ash, not too close, bud. They are no bullshit dogs, that is for sure. They do not tolerate bullshit at all. If I were to take him to a dog park and there was any dog that thought he was stupid enough to test them, he would shut it down fast. Will they beat a wolf? Will they beat will they beat an alibi? Will they beat, you know, who the hell knows? Every dog's got its warrior level inside of them. I know he's a warrior. I've seen it, and I know he's a warrior. There's a gentleman who commented on one of the videos when he was 4 months old, who said I gotta watch out because he's a real one, and sure enough, he's a dead serious type of dog. So, you know, not every dog is the same. Let's go back, bud. Come on. Attaboy. Not every dog's the same. Not every, like, there's still things I'm bound to discover about him. I could be dead wrong about some stuff. I could be completely underestimating some stuff. It's time always tells, right? Time always tells. But one thing time has shown is that Ash is awesome. Love this guy. He's really cool. Really grateful for you, buddy. I hope you're blessed with a long life. Long, healthy life, Ash. Hold up, bud. Good boy. I'm looking forward to making more videos, by the way. I'm sorry, guys, if I haven't posted anything in a while for those who've been with us from the beginning, or, you know, for the last while. You know, work has a way of keeping you away from doing a lot of these extra things that you love, but I'm gonna get back into it. I think there's lots to talk about. There's always an adventure, no doubt about it. And like I said, I refuse to have YouTube be flooded with information, allegedly, about dogs from people who are just using GPT to find out or to do their research. You're gonna have to learn off people who actually have them. Don't believe all the crap. These aren't, there's tons of stuff about these dogs that I'm just learning about, that I had no access to information here, being here in Canada. And that's kind of why I started doing this, because aside from, like I said, Mike the Kangal Whisperer, there was a handful of English videos. And the lifestyle that we have here is different than their homeland. There's no question about it. Now, we have a rugged area. I can go 2 hours north of where I am, and I could be in a land probably 10 times more rugged and harsh than they ever have in Turkey. I'm going to be honest. There could be animals that they would never face in Turkey that they would have here. But then again, I'm not putting it down there. I'm sure they have a hard-ass life. And they got to be wild. You got to have a wild beast to take on a wild beast. And that's really what makes these dogs different, is that they can be a wild beast. And like I said, landrace, they evolved to be like this. They evolved to have these physical characteristics that allow them to win. Otherwise, they would have never gotten this far. If they can't win against wolves, they would have never gotten this far. They would have been dead. They would have never made it. So that's something to take into consideration. Some people say there's no way they would ever win. Most people don't even know how big a wolf is. A lot of people say western wolves in Alaska are huge. I just saw a video about a trapper saying the biggest one that they have there is a male that's maybe 105 pounds. So the biggest male wolf in Alaska, southern Alaska, coastal Alaska, is 35 pounds less than my dog. Does the size matter? Probably in 101 it does. For animals. But they're not singular fighters, they're pack animals. And here, quite frankly, I'm on like essentially the very cusp of where anyone would really even have a farm with livestock. I mean, like I said, 2 hours north, you're getting into like rocky, kind of like sub-mountain. It's very rocky. And farmland's gone. So, you know, big wolves, far north, there's no livestock. It's no confrontation. It all comes down to the dog. And of course, with thousands of years of evolution, there's been battles galore. Battles lost and battles won. But, you know, I'm kind of diverging. I'm talking about what I know. Hold up. Hey, buddy. Before I sign off, I'm just going to say that looking at him right now, his weight fluctuates quite a lot. He could lose weight real fast and put on weight real fast. Within 3 days, he could go from being ribby to being like just jacked. It's kind of weird. Very high metabolism. So that's just one thing I want to point out. And that could be the Boss Shepherd. I would say Boss Shepherds have more of an athletic build, more of an athletic physique, slightly deeper chest probably, and they stand taller. I think with him he's got an interesting blend. He's got the tail of a Boss, which doesn't have the full coil. The Boss tail would have like a half or a crescent moon type of shape to it, just like that. His coat from his shoulders down is much more fine. It's not as thick. Where his shoulders and up, it's just like a wolf. Wait up. His snout is more narrow, but his skull is more wide, broad. I don't know. It's an interesting mix. He's got a very unique look to him. And, you know, thank you guys for all the compliments and that he looks great. So I'm really proud to be his guardian, and I'm proud that he's mine. So it's a great blend. Anyways, guys, if you'd like, and yeah, if you haven't, please hit the like and subscribe button. I'd love to have you guys join us for the party. If you have any questions, by all means, write them in the comment section, and we'll either make videos of them to answer them, or I'll just answer them, just straight up answer them. It's no big deal. So there you go, guys. Ash, 2.5 years old. We're coming back. More videos, more action. But we're going to talk Kangals, and obviously Kangal Boss Shepherds. So anyways, I hope you guys have